Hello everybody, welcome to today's mini Puyo lesson. Today we're going to be talking about field management. As we get today's lesson started, please pay attention to how Alexander plays out this round. So ideally speaking, in Puyo Puyo, you want to be able to make use of every single Puyo that the game gives you. After all, you and your opponent both have the same pieces. So if your opponent manages to make use of a piece and you don't, that gives your opponent the upper hand, because that means they have just a little more Puyo than you do on your main chain. But you know, sometimes RNG just doesn't go your way, and you have to deal with a color or a piece that just does not work with your current stack. So you may want to think about popping some Puyo and cleaning up your stack a little bit, like what Alexander is doing right now. Make that part of your chain a little bit easier to read, so you can actually formulate a better plan in your head without confusing yourself. But you want to be careful with how much of cleanup that you do. As we see with Alexander's side of the board, right? Alexander cleared 4 sets of Puyo separately, not as one main chain. So a 2 chain sends about 1 row of garbage. A 3 chain sends about 2 rows of garbage. And a 4 chain rewards you with a pretty significant red rocks worth of garbage, which is 5 rows. If we look at Kirby's side over here, Kirby only received less than 2 rows of garbage actually, even though Alexander popped enough Puyo to create a whole 4 chain. Now if Alexander managed to rearrange those Puyo in a way to actually create a full 4 chain, or maybe even a 3 chain, then Alexander would have been able to throw a more significant lump of garbage on Kirby's head, and maybe possibly even steal the round. So, if you're playing your games and you find yourself doing a lot of single pops, 1 chains, 2 chains, and you're not sending a lot of garbage, you might actually want to save that replay, have a look over it. Hindsight is 20/20, of course. See if you can take those pieces and create a different chain. See if you can make a 2 or a 3 chain, or something bigger possibly, out of the Puyo that you used and with those single pops. If you're having problems making a chain with those pieces, maybe a little different scenery is in order. Instead of possibly, if your stack is on the left side, try putting those pieces on the right and see if you can make an individual 2 chain or a 3 chain that way. That's also called side chaining, and it's a very important skill that you can now practice while you're also working out how to figure out those 2 chains and 3 chains in a row. Side chains are very important. I'll definitely be making another lesson video on that in the future. So that's it for now. If you got any questions, go ahead and raise your hand in the comments below. If you like these lessons and you want more, be sure to do the YouTube things in the corner here, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.